Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabe. I welcome you to Flight in Insects. We are going to look at flight in insects. The wings are jointed to the second and the third thoracic segments and are moved up and down by the action of muscles. So we are looking at flight in insects, and earlier on we saw that the wings are attached on the second and the third thoracic segment, and they are moved up and down by the action of muscles. So today we want to look at this. Now we shall look at our insect here. Let us try to understand here. This is a section through the thorax that shows direct muscle attachment. This is our thorax, which has been cut through transversely, and we are able to see what is inside. Now inside, we can see that there are muscles. We can see a group of muscles. There is this muscle here, and there is also this muscle here. And what we are seeing here, this one that we are seeing, this is our wing. That one is our wing, and this one is also our wing. And we have different muscles. There is this muscle which is touching at the base of the wing, and then there is another muscle which is touching the lower part of the wing. So we shall see how they work. In case of limbs, the muscles are attached to the inside of the exoskeleton. So let's go back here to our muscles. You will see that these are the muscles. And this muscle, this is a muscle, this one is a muscle. But when you see their attachment, they are attached inside the exoskeleton. They are attached inside the exoskeleton. Now we may ask ourselves, where is the exoskeleton? This outer layer that you are seeing outside here, that one is the exoskeleton, and the wings are attached on the exoskeleton. So the muscles, you can see that the muscles inside, they are also attached on the exoskeleton. When they come, they attach themselves at the exoskeleton. That's where the muscles are attaching themselves. They are attached on the inside of the exoskeleton. There are two types of attachment, for either direct or indirect flight muscle. Now the one which we have here is the direct flight muscle. And why it is referred to as the direct flight muscles, it's because the muscles are attached directly to the wing. If you look at this muscle, this one is attached at the base of the wing, and this one is attached in the midway of the wing. So the same applies here. This muscle goes and attaches itself on the sides of the wing, and then this one attaches at the base of the wing. So because they are the muscles are directly attached to the wing, that's why they are called direct flight muscles. At one end of each muscle is attached to the inside of the thoracic segment. So this is the muscle that we are talking about. If this is the muscle, one end is attached at the inside of the thoracic segment. This is our exoskeleton, which is making up the thoracic segment. The skeleton which makes up the thoracic segment is that one, and this one is also the exoskeleton which is making up the thoracic segment. And these muscles are attached inside the thoracic segment. That is, one side is attached at the inside of the segment. Then the other hand is attached to the wing near the joint. Then we have now this muscle here that you are seeing is attached to the point of the wing near the joint here. This is where we have our joint. So the muscle here goes and attaches itself near the joint. These muscles act directly on the wing. The muscles are acting directly on the wing. They just pull the wing and push the wing, as we shall see later on. But now, before we continue, as we shall also look at it later on, the other side, but we can also try to look at it here, how these muscles are going to work. We are seeing we have two muscles. There is this muscle which is attaching itself on the lower side of the wing, this big muscle here. And we are seeing that it is now very thick compared to the other muscle. This one, you are seeing that it is very thick compared to this one. This one now you can see it is thin, but this one you can see it is thick at the base, meaning that it is contracting. When you see it being thick, it means it is contracting. Therefore, when it is contracting, it is pulling the wing here. And when it pulls the wing here, the wing is going to come down because it is pulling it. Now, these two muscles, they work antagonistically, meaning that when this one contracts, the other one should relax. So when this one is contracting, it is pulling. The other one should relax. And when it relaxes, that means the wing is going to go downwards. Now, let's go to the other side. This side, now we have when the muscle, okay, let's first look at the other end. We're saying here, when the muscles contracts, it pulls the wing downwards. And the muscle which is contracting is this muscle here. When this muscle here, the big one outside, contracts, it is going to pull the wing to go downwards. Now let us go this side. We are seeing that this wing is up. And what is causing it to move upwards? We are saying that is this muscle here. This muscle is attaching at the base of the wing. Now we can see at this time that this muscle is very thick, meaning that when it is very thick, it is the muscle which is doing what? Which is contracting. Now, when this muscle contracts, it pulls the wing up. Now, it is going to pull at this point here. It is pulling at this point here. That's why it is thick. It is thick because it is contracting. And when it is contracting, it pulls this part. Now, when it pulls this part, remember there is this other muscle here also, which is also pulling. But now, this muscle here is going to relax. What shows that it is relaxing? You will see that for it, to show that it is relaxing, you can see that it is thin. When you look at it, you will see that it is thin. This one, which is coming from outside, you see that it is smaller compared to this one, which is touching at the tip. So the one which is contracting or the one which is pulling is the one which is thick. It uses a lot of force or pressure to pull. And when it pulls, which means that this one is going to relax. These two muscles, they work antagonistically, meaning that one is relaxing, another one is contracting. The one which is contracting is the one which is pulling, and the one which is relaxing is the one which is thin. So this one will relax and this one will contract, and now the wing will go upwards. These act on the thorax and distort it. So flipping of the wing up and down. Excuse me. Now here we have gone to another set of muscle. These ones we call them the indirect flight muscles. These are indirect flight muscles. The other ones we have been talking about, they have been direct flight muscles. Now let us look at these ones. What makes these ones to be called indirect flight muscles? Now let us try to look at this structure here. Let's look at this one here. Now when you look at this one, you have the wings. These are our wings that we're seeing going up, and this one is also a wing. Now we have the part which we are calling the thoracic, the thorax. This part here that we are seeing outside, that whole of it is the thorax, and then it comes upwards and then it forms another thorax upwards. So the wings are attached on the thorax. The wings are just attached on the thorax. Now what is going to happen, why we call these muscles indirect? It's because they are not directly attached to the wings. They are just attaching themselves to the thorax. If you see the upper part here, this upper part is touching on the upper part of the thorax, the upper part. And this one down is touching on the lower side of the thorax. The same applies this muscle here. This muscle is attaching itself on the lower skeleton side of the thorax, and then up here it is attaching itself on the upper side of the thorax. So when this muscle contracts, this muscle is slightly flattened, the thorax flips and the wing up. Flips the wing up. So when this one contracts, this muscle contracts, this muscle here, when it contracts, it is going to pull the upper part of the thorax with the lower part of the thorax. So it will pull this part of the thorax, the upper part, and it will pull the lower part, and they will come close together. When they come close together, it is going to cause the wings to go up. Now when we look now on the other side, let's look now on this side here. If we look at this one, this side, what is happening? We are seeing that the wings are going now downwards. You see that the wings are going downwards. Why are the wings going downwards? Now let us go back to our muscles. Now inside, we first of all looked only at one muscle. This muscle which is coming from up going down. That is the first muscle that we talked about. Now there is another muscle. This muscle that you are seeing in the middle here, that is a longitudinal muscle. It runs from the back towards the head. That's how it runs through the insect. So when they have cut through it, that's how it looks like. When you look at it, it looks like as if it is circular, in circular form. Now when this muscle contracts, that means that this other muscle which is moving down and going up, this muscle going from down going up, should relax. And this one which is in the middle should be the one contracting. So we are saying that these muscles, they work antagonistically. When one is contracting, another one should relax. Now if you look at the one in the middle here, you will see that this one in the middle has become thick. And when you look at the one on the sides, the one on the side moving down and up, this muscle you can see that it has become very thin. which means that the one in the middle is the one which is now contracting. And when it contracts, then the one on the side touching the roof should relax. It relaxes. Now, this one is going to push the thoracic cavity to go upwards and then also go downwards. And remember, our wings are attached on the thorax. So when the length increases from up going down, it increases. This one is going to pull the wings to go downwards. That's why now you are seeing our wings are moving downwards, because the longitudinal muscle, the one which is in the middle, is contracting, and then the muscle which are touching the roof to the bottom, they are relaxing. So when this muscle here contracts, this muscle relaxes. And when this one contracts, it is going to push the wall up to go up and to push the floor down to go down. And when they do that one, because the wings are attached on the roof, the wings will go down. Thereby, now the wing is going to flip downwards. This produces a rapid wing beat. Now, the indirect flight muscles are used for small insects, which can flip the wings rapidly. The wing beats very rapid are the ones that use the indirect flight muscles. Indirect flight muscles are not directly attached to the wings. They are attached to the roof of the thoracic segments and at the bottom of the thoracic segments. There are also muscles which adjust the angle of the wings. We have also other muscles which just adjust the angle of the wing. Now, for example, here we are seeing this wing is going up and it is flat. And this one is also going up, it is also flat. But there are other muscles which can adjust this wing to become like as if they are not flat, like as if now it is going down like that, or at a different angle when it is going down or it's going up. Those are the muscles that can adjust there are some muscles which can adjust the angles of the wing so that the wing does not move flat up and flat down. On the downbeat, the wing are held more or less horizontally for maximum effect on air. So when the wing is going down like that, you will see that the wings are flat. Now, when the wings are flat, that means that they are going to provide resistance to the air which is moving upwards like that. So they are pushing the air which is coming from down. They are applying a lot of resistance. Why? Because the wings are horizontal. Now, when the air is pushed down, that air which is being resisted is the one which is going to cause the insect to move upwards, because the air will be the one pushing now the insect to move upwards by pushing from downwards or by the pressure applying on the wings. And when the pressure applies on the wings, then it will push the insect to move upwards. The upbeat of the wing, the upbeat the wing rotates to a vertical angle, which offers little air resistance. That is the up beat. Now let us look at this one and then we try to understand. Here we are seeing that the wing has gone up and here it has reached up, but we can see that it is flat. But what is happening when the wing is down, like the way we see here? We saw that when the wing is going down, it is flat. And when it is flat, it offers a lot of resistance to the air which is going up. And if it offers a lot of resistance to the air which is going up, it means that the air is going to push the insect to go upwards. Now, we want these wings to go back up like these ones. What should we do? We cannot now take the wings to go up flat, because if the wings go up when they are flat, again they are going to offer a lot of resistance to air which is coming from up. And when they offer a lot of resistance to air which is coming up, then this air is going to push the insect to go downwards. So now there will not be any movement. The insect will not be moving up or down, because now the pressure here of air is pushing the insect to go downwards. So how can these wings move from down and then they go up, like up to the other position? Should they go back when they are flat? How will they now go back up, so that we try to minimize the resistance to the air? So what is going to happen here is that they are going to change the angle. They will change the angle in which they are moving. Now, instead of moving flat like that, they will now change the angle, and they move upward in a vertical direction like that. They will change angle and move in a vertical direction like that. So when they are going up, they are vertical. So when they reach up, now they will go back to the horizontal position, and they become horizontal like this. But now when they are moving upwards, they go when they are vertical, moving upwards. Now this one will not provide much resistance to the air, because they are vertical. Air can pass this side and another air can pass the other side, because they are vertical. But if it is flat, air receives a lot of resistance. But when the wings are going back in the vertical angle, air flashes this side and the other air can pass the other side behind easily, receiving less resistance. So that's how they go back up. Now let us look at this diagram here. This diagram is illustrating it very clearly here. Here, when we are moving here, we can see part 1, and we can see 1. Here we have 2, we go to 3, we come to 4, and then we come to 5. Now these ones that we are seeing here, these are wings. When you look at this wing, it is in which it is horizontal. The wing is in the horizontal position, meaning that it is now flat. It is flat. Our wing here is flat. So when it is flat like this, it is going down. That is wing 1 and position 2. The wings are flat. They are going downwards. And when they are going downwards, meaning that they are going to meet air. And when they meet air, they are going to provide a lot of resistance to the air which is moving upwards. And that one is what we are calling the downstroke. The wing is going down, and that air is the one which is going to push the bird to go upward. That is 1. Now when they go and reach down, they are going to go to number 3. At number 3 now you can see they are changing now the wings to become vertical. The wings are now vertical. So the wings now they are going to be vertical like this. The wing is vertical now. So because it is vertical, like the way you are seeing this wing is vertical, number 3, now they are going to, the wing is going to go up back. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. Number 5, the wing now is moving upward, but it is going in a vertical way. When it is going in a vertical way, here it is going to apply less pressure to the air which is coming from up. So if we have air coming from up, and it finds the wing is vertical, the air will pass this side and another one can pass this side. So the wing is not going to provide a lot of resistance. If you look at number 4, it will pass this side. And also if you look at number 5 here, when air is coming from up, it can divide and go this side, and then another one can pass the other side. So it is not going to find a lot of resistance. It will just bypass, and then the wings will go up. The downbeat therefore generates a lift. The downbeat is by 1 and 2. These ones are the ones that are going to generate a lift. How they generate a lift, we have already talked about it, that when air is coming from down, it is going to meet the wings. When it meets the wing, the wings are going to provide a lot of resistance. And when they provide a lot of resistance, the air is going to push the insect to go up. That one is what we are calling the downbeat. If you come back here, it can explain it very well. The wings, when you look at the wings are going down. Both wings are going down. But as they are going down, they are going to meet air which is going up. So as the wings are going down and they meet the air which is going up, the wings are going to provide a lot of resistance to the air which is going up. So as they're providing a lot of resistance, the air which is coming up is going to provide a lift force. It is going to generate a lift, and then the insect will be pushed to go upwards. That is what we are calling the downbeat generates a lift. So here we are saying that the 1 and 2, therefore downbeat. This is 1 here, this one 1 and 2, therefore a downbeat. And then we have 4 and 5, therefore upbeat. 4 is this one here, and this one is for upbeat. The wings are going back upwards, and this is for the upbeat here. The wings are going back upwards, but as we have seen, when they are going back or upwards, they are not in the horizontal angle. They are in a vertical angle, which provides less resistance. Hello, my friends. Thank you very much for participating in Flight in Insects. Please do like, share, and subscribe.